Welcome to this event, Mr. Mayor. We've got 4 speakers today. One of our speakers is running a little bit late, but we're going to start the evening with an address by Barrister Gul Nawaz Khan, who is the Director of Addison and Khan Solicitors, who has 2 decades of experience in the legal field. He was honored with numerous awards, including local, national, and international, for excellence in legal practice. He has dealt with thousands of cases across the globe linked with UK public law and has appeared in a number of TV shows. May I add, one of those was mine. Can we please all put our hands together for Barrister Gul Nawaz Khan?
First of all, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I welcome all of you, and before I formally welcome you, I must say thank you very much to Mayor Dr. Abdul Ghafoor Sahib, who spared his time, despite that he has another commitment, but he shuffled that commitment and he preferred to actually attend this kind of event because the future of Pakistan is sitting here. And secondly, I thank you to other guests, and very especially our special guests, Shahid Saab is Additional Secretary, Punjab, and Vice Chancellors, and student guests, and I believe, so you are the future of my native country, my Pakistan, your Pakistan, and you are sitting right in front of me. I welcome you formally from core of my heart. Secondly, who we are, what we do, and what the purpose of today's event. So I'm Managing Director at Addison Khan Solicitors, and Addison Khan Solicitors the team is around 18 people, qualified people in-house, and we have around 12 barristers. This is our panel. So we deal with UK immigration, corporate and other immigration matters linked with the UK. We deal with family matters, employment, wills and probate, road traffic accidents, other areas of law we also cover. Just 2 examples before, because these things are linked with my next point. So in UK immigration, I have dealt over 7,000 cases. So thousands of families' life changed. So when I'm saying life change mean, for example, one person is here, he doesn't have paper or doesn't have legal status, it's really hard to get job here. So if this person have a job, it's only possible that he has legal status. So without legal status, so work is not allowed in this country. If not work, so means is hardships. So if someone has legal status, he can work full time, earn good money, go back home, bring up families, so then he can earn better money. So basically, this is not the only leave or visa, this is basically change of life. And we helped hundreds and thousands of families across the globe to settle in this country. This is my expertise, therefore I mentioned. Secondly, my team, some members are sitting here. So we dealt other areas of law. Just one example in defamation. We dealt defamation, just linked with Pakistan. PTI Chairman Imran Khan, where the Jung Geo Group, Shakilur Rahman, and currently we are dealing with one, and all of the party of those cases which we dealt currently in the ex-Prime Minister of Pakistan, we also dealing with the case where there are parties. So some cases being settled out of court, some are still in litigation. So we deal with from basic to very high-profile cases. That's the team we have, and we intend to carry on this thing. And because if we're delivering good, so people have more trust on our Pakistanis, because we are dealing. This is global village. This is global village around the globe. People are sitting here, are living here. So if we perform well, so the country of Pakistan image goes well as well. Last year, Shahid Saab, he knows that I have privileged. I took them to Supreme Court of UK. We spent roughly 1.5 hours, and we had basically chance that we give insight into the system, how the Supreme Court works. So today's event basically is for two things. One is how the local system, local government, how it works, comparison with Pakistan or UK. If you have any question, you can ask later. We have a second session. And second is the legal system of UK. Legal system of UK, let me start from here, legal system. When I say legal system, so it has three contents. Is a judiciary, where the courts and tribunals are there, and arbitration system, tribunal system. So if we say judiciary, that's the main common thing. Judiciary, actually there are tribunals, family courts, and county courts. And ombudsman system as well here. So ombudsman system is basically if you have a complaint from the local government or any other basically authority, rather you take them to court all the way, it's quite expensive. So basically you make a complaint and you just file that complaint to the legal ombudsman if it's linked with law or with if telephone or other things. So then it's a separate system, less expensive, quicker and faster. So my colleagues, they will put more light once that session will come. So there are the basic courts are family courts or county court or magistrate. Any criminal matter where the government is party, those matters start from magistrate court. Any family linked matters start from family court. That's as the name is the family court. And if the matters are linked with litigation, dispute between the individuals, then start from county court. So these courts and the appellate authority is if it's the magistrate court, then crown court. And if it is county court, then the appellate authority is the high court. And if it is the family court, then family matter linked with family, divorce and children, then the appellate authority is high court. High court have three divisions. Is a chancery divisions, is other two divisions we will discuss in detail later stage. So if the tribunal, but if the matter is specifically linked with tax or immigration or like disciplinary matter, then rather than you take this matter to court, you can take this matter to tribunals. So tribunals, they are court as well, but especially designed to make the justice speedy and faster. So you can, just one example. For example, one matter, you applied a visa from there because you've been sponsored by government, you didn't have that problem. But if someone made application to come in this country to join a spouse, application will refuse, is anti-clearance by an anti-clearance officer. After that, so the matter will be here, need to lodge appeal in the tribunal, and when the hearing will be, and the same day the arguments, witness, and the judgment would be sent in due course, rather than take different dates. No, only one date. One day is 20 minutes hearing, a half an hour hearing. Within half an hour, they're gonna conclude either they're gonna allow the appeal or not. It's not like Pakistan that one matter it takes ages to conclude. So these are the some fundamental basics. Therefore, they make those courts separate like tribunals. So coming back to the local government system, so is local government system councils. They have so many authorities. They deal with local council, deal with education, local council deal with transport, some extent hospital, some extent not, but otherwise the federal government or central government. So planning permissions, all these things be dealt by the local government or the local councils. So details again we want to discuss in question answer session. So these things basically, that's the purpose, to sit together to have a sight into the system, how this country working, how this country system is legal system is hundreds of years. It's not because our country's age is only 70 years, but this country's legal system is hundreds of years. So started from 1066. So you can imagine around 1400 something. So quite complex matters anyway. So thank you very much. If some of you are law students or something, then maybe it's more attractive for them. But if some are medical something, obviously these are things maybe irrelevant. But government or local or politics, all these things basically are linked with everyone. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is so good to see the top university student enjoying learning about politics here in the United Kingdom. our host Barrister Gul Nawaz Khan Sahib has been excellent in responding any questions you have requested and his responses. I hope you had a good flight and have learned more knowledge which I know will take you the top of your chosen career field. Thank you very much for today.
We're now going to hear an address by Hina Malik. Hina is a parliamentary candidate for Feltham and Heston. She is the first acclaimed Pakistani female aeronautical engineer, and I think we should have a clap for her just for that. Hina has worked for both the Civil Aviation Authority and British Airways, and we are very proud of her achievements. Hina? Okay, I need to turn mine off. Yeah, only one can be on.
We cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future.
Wonderful.
Good evening, Honourable Mayor, Mayoress, distinguished guest, panelist, all community leaders present here today, and my media friends. Thank you, Edison and Law Barrister Gul, for hosting this wonderful event for this delegation. Today, I stand in front of you as an educationalist who passionately believes that our youth, our children, are an investment and not an expense. And also that quality education should be accessible for all pupils, irrespective of their race, religion, gender, social and cultural backgrounds. I also stand in front of you today as a politician who strongly advocates for youth empowerment and the crucial pivotal role that youth can play with their intellectual brains in reshaping the future of our country. With critical, inquisitive minds that you have, absorb the differences and be prepared to offer those solutions for bringing in that positive changes wherever it may be possible by you. And be prepared to work alongside with the current government in Pakistan to take that leadership role in order to enhance the importance contribution of youth in reshaping our country's democracy, Pakistan's future. I leave you all with a powerful message here. Those who improve with age embrace the power of personal growth and personal achievement. They begin to replace youth with wisdom, innocence with understanding, and lack of purpose with self-actualization. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Faza Javed. I'm a student of commerce. I'm also studying business law and mercantile law and company law. My question is, in company law, I have read that there is exception for the ambassadors of other countries in a country for any social sue. So, is there any exception to the ambassadors in UK also?
That is a very good question, and I think Mushir might be able to answer that better than the rest of us. There you go, Mushir. If you could tell your... That's it.
Diplomatic immunity applies just as equivalently in the UK as well. So there are certain exemptions, certain defences, automatic defences that diplomatic immunity provides you. A good example would be high commissions of various countries, embassies of various countries, and they will have diplomatic immunity. So that does offer them a certain defence to various prosecutions and litigation as well.
मेरा नाम नबील हुसैन है और मेरा सवाल आपसे ही है। आपने शुरू में कहा था कि डिफरेंस बताते हुए इंग्लैंड और पाकिस्तान के बारे में कहा कि पाकिस्तान में इनजस्टिस है, तो क्या आप बता सकती हैं कि हम उस इनजस्टिस को किस तरह ख़त्म कर सकते हैं?
थैंक यू वेरी मच। देखिए, इनजस्टिस के लिए मैं अकेली तो नहीं बता सकती। अभी मैंने थोड़ी देर पहले कहा है, रूल ऑफ लॉ अगर आ जाए, रूल ऑफ लॉ जब आता है तो एक इक्वालिटी आ जाती है सब तरह के लोगों में। वो जो इस वक्त पाकिस्तान में सबसे बड़ी इनइक्वालिटी है वो ये है कि गरीबों के लिए लॉ एक है और अमीरों के लिए लॉ एक है, और बहुत आसानी से उसको तोड़ा मरोड़ा जा सकता है। अगर आपके मुल्क में एक सही किस्म का रूल ऑफ लॉ हो जिसके नीचे सब हो, जैसे कि शेरी बूथ खुद को लॉ रूल ऑफ लॉ के नीचे समझती थी, अगर किसी तरह हम उसे लाने में कामयाब हो जाते हैं तो बहुत सारे इनजस्टिस खुद ब खुद ख़त्म हो जाएंगे।
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Umar and I am a medical student. So my question is, it has been said that youth should go for politics, and she has said points about that. It is a general perception, and it is true to some extent, that youth has impulsiveness instead of sagacity, and they also tend to have tender minds that can be molded by anyone. How can that be countered?
I gave you an insight on the importance of politics. You have a tender mind. You are sitting here. You're the best brains of Pakistan. You are just at the level where you're asking these critical questions. You're already in politics. You're already engaging it. This was my purpose. Politics does not mean that you suddenly become a leader of a party or you suddenly start having a party of your own. Politics means you're engaging yourselves in community activities. And I think all of you who are the brains of Pakistan who are sitting here, I'm so proud to welcome you in UK. I think you will be the ambassadors who will start this process, get into that leadership role. Who is going to stop you? You have got that critical mind. You have got that reflective mind. You should be asking yourself, how can I benefit Pakistan? That's my country. That's my democracy. That's my future. How can I do something? What can I do that will reshape itself for the betterment? Pakistan is not all that gloomy for the benefits of some. The lady used Urdu language for you. It's not all that gloomy. It's absolutely fantastic. It suddenly comes sixth in the world in the most developing nation.
It's two things. One is education by just what you're reading, just reading and for the exam purpose. And second thing is that development, personal development as well. Two things here. Just one example for that. You are here, if you just go to big store, Tesco, Sainsbury, wherever, big store, and just try that one. Without paying, you took that thing, put it in your pocket, and no one will be following you. And go to Pakistan, in big stores, you are buying something, so 2 or 3 people just say, shall I help you? Actually, they are just... So here is no one following you. Whatever you're taking, putting in your trolley, whatever, it doesn't matter. No one will follow, no one will bother you. But you try one thing, you have 100 things in your trolley, you have just one thing you didn't pay. And when you're going to come out, the system won't let you out. The beep is there, ting, 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 and then the security guard come, hello sir, if you don't mind, can you please just check? We check your list, whatever you paid, and what, so it is something, he will take you back, and then we check the intention, so the next stage is, so the police involvement, whatever it is. Two things here, this example for that. One is that the system relied on you, whatever you want to buy, whatever you want to take, freedom, take, put your trolley. But your freedom stopped there when your responsibility start, mean you have to pay. You didn't pay, you tried, and system didn't let you out. In Pakistan, my daughter, she's 10 years old, and the school actually they were in the next week they were teaching about the Gurdwara and mosque, about religion. That was the topic. 1 week before, they took all the class to Gurdwara and to mosque, and when they enter the mosque, they make sure, okay, everything is scarf and everything. They're just 10 years old. And when Gurdwara, then you have to take the shoes out, and then you enter, and just, interaction with the Maulvis, Maulana Sahab or the whoever in Gurdwara Sahib. And after 1 week, whatever they were reading in the class, they have seen everything practically. Wasn't surprised at all. So actually here system, if you 10th class, no book at all. If you see the bag, in your bag, it's class 6th or 7th year, maybe that much bag big. Here is, you believe me, no bag, no books at all. One book, or I mean, very thin book. Matter is now, they try to basically student grow up in that way that then they can understand the matter. Typically not Rata system. Our problem is we have to get this box, whatever is. Your father wants to make doctor, you have to become doctor, even you're interested or not. These are some fundamental problems. And second thing, when they are going to school, and school basically the development, the timing, if 8:55 close, if late, the fine will be father separate fine, mother separate fine. And they both have to pay, no excuse. One time late, second time, fourth time, they might expel. So, one, for example, cleaning, the student, only 4 years, 5 years student, or 3 years, year 3, will not be able to put rubbish outside, put in the bin. So, by that, the students, complete education, the basic education, matriculation, or here you can, secondary education, by that time you'll be that much responsible. I'm not going to push the rubbish there, I'm not going to tell off any problem, I'm going to seek teacher. So, system actually, they develop the personality. So, by that time it is graduation, master degree. So, of course, that is a kind of a responsible person when is merging into the society, merging in the community. And if that kind of people, what you think that person would go through this system and education and then he will cross the line, less chance. He will take that, become a thief or take from Tesco, Sainsbury's something, very less chance. Mistakenly possible, otherwise with tension now. So these things actually, so when the education system is that you are here, you are here probably, Turkey last week probably you guys know you are here, right? So what is inside you're gonna have, the rest are there, they are not gonna have that opportunity. So this is the government, the think tank, the system, they brought up that way their generation, and they can be responsible people, they can be responsible citizen, not only the Rata system. That's the reason basically not abiding law, because it's jahalat and education, that's one issue. It's my point of view. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Gulnawaz.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much for inviting me to speak. First of all, Mr. Mayor, Dr. Abdul Aziz Ghafoor, and Mayor's Madam, our host, Barrister Gulnawaz Khan, dignitaries, dear students, and eminent speakers. It was really a pleasure listening to you about law and legal issues and comparing legal system in UK and Pakistan. And as Hina said, that it's not important to compare, it's how do we proceed and improve wherever we are in the context of our ground realities. In fact, I would like to take pride in introducing our team, which I am heading. They are the topper students, and they have topped in different programs like matriculation, FAFSC, university, commerce exam, and different programs they had been enrolled in. And this is Chief Minister's Muhammad Nawaz Sharif's initiative to award them and to provide them exposure to visit UK, Europe, and Turkey's best universities, where they visit their libraries, laboratories, their classrooms. They are given presentation about the university's programs and admission process. The whole point of giving them this exposure is to introduce them to the UK system, education system, and to gather information from here and try to develop their future career orientation, that where they want to get admission, or some of them, most of them are already pursuing their further degrees, and one of them has already got admission in Cambridge. So for higher education, for PhD or for MSc degrees, they can think of coming to UK or European universities. So that is the main purpose of this project. And this initiative started about 7 years ago or 8 years ago. So this is the 8th batch which has been visiting here. And I'm really moved with your hospitality and the way you have conducted all this session and given orientation to our students. I'm sure they have learned a lot and they're observing a lot as the questions being posed. So the purpose is not only teaching them academically, also to observe how the people conduct on roads, how they can groom themselves, how they can observe other people, and actually learn the lessons of living in a very socialized or civil society. So I hope at the end of the day, when we complete this visit, they are able to get lots of messages from these civilized communities and developed countries. And it is going to benefit not only them individually, but also to Pakistan, because as they are walking ambassador of Pakistan, and they are conducting that way, and we hope that they come up to the expectations of Chief Minister Sahab. When they go back, they prove that they were working ambassador in true sense. Thank you very much once again for inviting us and honoring us.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Raisa Saleh. I'm a medical student at Aga Khan University in Karachi, and I gave my A-levels last year. I got best across 4 A-levels in all of Pakistan, and as everyone else in our delegation, I'm a topper of Pakistan. So I'm representing the delegation. Our delegation is a very diverse one. It has members from secondary, higher secondary, and undergraduate levels of education, and we're from all over Pakistan. And so we have all been selected for this trip for a reason. We are, as has already been mentioned, walking ambassadors of Pakistan. We are here as some of the best and brightest, and we are here to not only to learn about different countries and their education systems for our own benefit, but also to take back ideas to Pakistan that can be used to improve Pakistan's own educational and political system. So our entire discussion today has been about the differences between the UK and Pakistan and how the educational systems and the political systems vary. And that is the entire purpose of the trip, for us to learn about those differences, for us to learn on how to improve our own systems. So we have mentioned that in Pakistan there isn't much consideration for the rule of law. There isn't an education system which encourages the thinking and thinking outside the box, individualistic approach to education, and that is something that a lot of us haven't been exposed to in the past. And so by going on this trip, by visiting Turkey, the UK, and Germany, we hope to learn from more developed nations how to improve our own nation. And when we head back to Pakistan, our goal is to be the focal points of a ripple effect that will cause the changing of mindset of students and the youth in general in Pakistan. And so we are all very grateful to the Chief Minister of Punjab, Muhammad Shahbaz Sharif, for giving us this opportunity, which I believe most of us would never have imagined was possible. And also to our teachers, the Vice Chancellor, Mr. Shahid Iqbal, and Ma'am Tahira, who have all been so supportive to us and have been helping us understand how things are done in different countries. And I look forward to going back to Pakistan and using everything we've learned to improve it.
Mm-hmm.